GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action. Live from the GMNA.
Good night, Montreal. A wind-tossed inflatable bounce house in LaSalle left 6 injured and officials are investigating. It's 15 degrees with partly cloudy skies tonight, and tomorrow brings sunshine with a high of 23. Over 21,000 cyclists tackled the Tour de l'Île de Montreal this weekend. Jeff, what do you make of that?
Over 21,000 cyclists swarmed the island today, tackling the Tour de l'Île route from downtown to the western boroughs, showing Montreal's summer energy.
That's a massive turnout, Jeff. Families, commuters, even first-timers joined, and the city's bike lanes handled the surge without a single major incident.
Organizers credited the new AI-controlled traffic lights, which kept intersections flowing, and the recent expansion of bike share stations that made hop-on, hop-off easier.
All that pedal power really sets the tone for today's headlines. All right, let's get into it and see what else is moving Montreal. We're diving into the top stories now, starting with a major development that's affecting thousands of people across the city. A serious incident occurred in a LaSalle neighborhood late Monday afternoon when a large inflatable bounce house was torn from the ground by a strong gust of wind. The structure crashed, injuring 6 people who were in the area at the time. Local emergency services responded quickly to the scene to provide assistance. LaSalle borough officials are investigating the cause of the incident, which happened during a community gathering in a local park. The inflatable had been set up as part of the event when the sudden wind gust lifted it into the air. 6 people were hurt in the incident, which is a sobering reminder of the potential dangers of severe weather. Authorities are reviewing the details to determine what happened.
A devastating fire swept through Geary Crescent on Friday night, May 31st, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. 3 homes were completely destroyed, while 2 others suffered serious damage. The fire department responded quickly to the scene, working to contain the blaze and prevent further damage. An assessment of the damage began on Tuesday, June 2nd, as investigators worked to determine the cause of the fire. The incident has prompted a citywide safety review, with officials taking a closer look at residential areas to identify potential risks. Residents of Geary Crescent are coming to terms with the loss as the community begins the process of recovery and rebuilding. The investigation into the cause of the fire is ongoing, with more information expected in the coming days.
Montreal Park is celebrating a major milestone, its 150th anniversary, with special programming throughout the year. The city and the Montreal Heritage Council have teamed up to mark this occasion, offering a range of events for residents to enjoy. Guided tour will give people a deeper understanding of the park's history, while concerts and educational activities will showcase its significance as a cultural landmark. This historic public space has been a beloved part of the community for generations, and now it's getting the celebration it deserves. From outdoor concerts to interactive exhibits, there's something for everyone to appreciate the park's rich history and beauty. Residents can look forward to a year of festivities that will highlight the importance of this iconic green space.
A former industrial site is getting a new lease on life as a team from the Botanical Garden, along with local environmental groups, is set to plant over 200 trees of 30 different species. This revegetation effort will take place at the edge of Point Aux Trembles in Montreal EST, on a site that was once used for oil storage. The area has been undergoing cleanup for about a decade, and this project is a key part of the long-term soil decontamination process. Come autumn, the trees will be planted, marking a significant step forward in transforming this former oil site into a thriving green space. The project aims to restore the natural balance of the area, and it will be interesting to see the positive impact it will have on the environment.
A major development in the city's downtown area is moving forward. The government has announced it is reviving the expansion plan for the Palais des Congrès. This decision was made public on Monday, June 1st, and it will have significant implications for the local economy. The project aims to increase business tourism, which currently generates approximately 40% of the city's tourism revenue. Quebec Premier Christine Frechette and private sector partners are behind the revival of the plan. While details such as a timeline and cost have not been disclosed, a private partner will be required to move the project forward. This expansion is expected to have a substantial impact on the city's tourism industry and economy as a whole. The government's decision to revive the project is a significant development for the city's business sector. Later, we'll break down the travel ban stopping Congolese students from returning and preview tonight's warm, partly cloudy skies. We will be right back. Welcome back to The Wrap. We're halfway through our 1-hour show. Let's dive into local stories now with Jeff.
A student from the University of Quebec at Montreal was denied entry into the country on Monday, June 1st, due to Ebola-related travel restrictions. The student, who is from the Democratic Republic of Congo, had not visited the region for nearly a year but was still barred by Canadian border authorities. The decision highlights the ongoing impact of the Ebola outbreak on travelers from affected regions. For students like this one, the restrictions can have significant consequences, affecting their ability to continue their studies. The Ebola-related travel ban is in place to protect public health, and authorities are carefully screening travelers from certain areas. This incident serves as a reminder of the continued vigilance surrounding the outbreak and its effects on individuals.
A critical repair is scheduled to take place on Atiwater Avenue over the weekend of May 30th and 31st. The city's water department has contracted a crew to replace a 48-inch valve on a fragile conduit that supplies the main reservoir. This conduit is crucial as it feeds the primary water reservoir for the area. The replacement is urgent to prevent a potential rupture that could disrupt water service for thousands of residents. The city's water department is taking proactive measures to avoid such a disruption, which would have significant consequences for daily life. The repair crew will work to complete the replacement as quickly as possible to minimize any potential impact on the community. The city's water department is closely overseeing the operation to ensure its successful completion.
Weekend commuters will face reduced service on the Réseau Express Métropolitain this summer. The REM authority is set to shorten weekend hours to allow for necessary track work and technical trials. The adjustments will take place on weekends throughout the summer and are part of preparations for the upcoming extension to Trudeau Airport. This new line, which will connect the airport to downtown, is slated to open soon. The maintenance work is crucial to ensuring the smooth operation of the expanded network. As a result, commuters can expect shorter weekend service hours, which may impact travel plans. The reduced hours will affect the entire REM network, requiring commuters to plan ahead and adjust their schedules accordingly. The REM authority is taking proactive steps to complete the necessary work before the new line becomes operational.
A new artificial intelligence system will soon be synchronizing traffic lights in real time across the metropolitan area. The city has partnered with the University of Montreal to launch a pilot project this summer. Transport specialist Pierre Berriau is working on the initiative, which will adjust signal timing at 100 intersections. The goal is to improve traffic flow and reduce congestion. The artificial intelligence platform learns from live traffic data and adapts signals accordingly. This technology has the potential to significantly impact daily commutes, making them faster and more efficient. The pilot project is set to launch this summer and will be implemented across the metropolitan area, affecting the daily lives of many residents who travel through these intersections. The system's impact on traffic congestion will be closely monitored.
On Sunday, June 7th, a sea of cyclists filled the streets as more than 21,000 people took part in the annual Tour de l'Île de Montréal. The event, which covers the island's main routes, saw participants from across the region come together to promote urban cycling and healthy active transportation. After the nighttime tour was suddenly cancelled earlier in the week, many were eager to get back on their bikes. The massive turnout is a testament to the community's enthusiasm for cycling and its benefits. The tour is a great way for locals to explore their neighborhood and get some exercise, and it's clear that it's an event many look forward to all year. The event's popularity continues to grow, with this year's participation numbers being particularly impressive.
Now let's check the night forecast and see how that 15-degree evening will feel.
A warm and partly cloudy evening ahead for Montreal. On this date, the record high was 34.3 degrees Celsius, set just a few years ago in 2023. Which was part of a significant heat wave that impacted much of the region, while the record low was 2.8 degrees Celsius, set in 2020, as part of an unusual cold snap for early June, with normal highs usually around 22 degrees Celsius this time of year. Currently, it is 15 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy skies, and as we look ahead from now, the rest of the night will remain partly cloudy with a gentle wind. And tomorrow will bring plenty of sunshine with a high of 23 degrees Celsius, a moderate wind from the south, and a UV index of 6, so be sure to take precautions when spending time outdoors. Looking ahead to the next 5 days, Tuesday will be overcast with a high of 23 degrees Celsius, followed by a clear sky on Wednesday with a high of 26 degrees Celsius. Then overcast skies return on Thursday with a high of 26 degrees Celsius. And by Friday, there is a 25% chance of rain with a high of 23 degrees Celsius. And the chance of rain remains on Saturday with a high of 22 degrees Celsius, making for a bit of a cooler end to the week.
Up next, we'll talk about the new traffic sync system, highlight today's must-see events, and preview the hockey season. We will be right back. And now here's Jason with sports.
History made, heartbreak felt, and a last-second stunner. Sports starts now. The Victoire are Walter Cup champions. Montreal swept Ottawa 4-0, becoming the first Canadian PWHL team to win the championship in league history. Marie-Philippe Poulin was named playoff MVP after recording 8 postseason points, tying the all-time playoff record and adding another chapter to her already legendary career. Nearly 20,000 fans poured into downtown Montreal on May 30th for the Walter Cup victory parade, and the turnout said everything about where women's hockey stands in the city. This wasn't a polite celebration, it was a statement. The Victoire didn't just win a championship, they won over a fanbase hungry for a winner on home ice. For a sport still fighting for mainstream space, a parade of that scale carries real weight. Montreal has always called itself a hockey city. On Saturday, it proved that title belongs to everyone wearing skates, not just the ones in red, white, and blue. The champagne is barely dry, and already the question looming over the Victoire is the biggest one in women's hockey: what does Marie-Philippe Poulin do next? At locker cleanout day, Poulin offered no clear answers, only cryptic hints about her future that stopped well short of a commitment to return. For a franchise built around her leadership and her legend, that uncertainty is genuinely unsettling. Poulin isn't just a player, she's the face of the team, the reason casual fans became devoted ones. The Victoire won the Walter Cup with her. The real test of this organization's depth begins if they have to do it without her. CF Montreal salvaged a wild 4-4 draw at DC United on a 96-minute Sinkuk strike. The point comes just before the club enters a lengthy MLS pause for the FIFA World Cup.
In Montreal's vibrant boroughs, from the eclectic Plateau to the historic Old Port, a thriving food scene is bringing people together. Tonight, locals are flocking to their favorite eateries, eager to indulge in the city's renowned culinary delights. At a cozy Milan bistro, the aroma of freshly baked bread wafts through the air, enticing passers-by to come in and sample the chef's latest creations. As we explore the top restaurants in Montreal, one thing becomes clear. It's not just about the food, it's about the community that gathers around the table. In a city that prides itself on its diversity and warmth, a great meal is always a chance to connect with others, and that's what makes Montreal's dining scene truly special. Food has a way of bringing us all together.
In the heart of Montreal, from the bustling Quartier des Spectacles to intimate venues in Griffintown and the Gay Village, a vibrant transformation is underway. Culture-hungry residents are redefining how they spend their free time, seeking out unique experiences that bring people together. On any given evening, you might stumble upon a spontaneous dance performance in a park or a pop-up concert in a converted warehouse. One recent night, a crowd gathered in a small alleyway in the Gay Village to watch a mesmerizing projection mapping display, their faces aglow with wonder. As the city's entertainment scene continues to evolve, it's clear that Montrealers are embracing a more immersive, community-driven approach to leisure. And as we explore these new possibilities, we're reminded that the true beauty of a city lies in its ability to bring people together, creating moments that stay with us long after the curtain falls, and that's what makes a place truly feel like home.
Thanks for watching, Montreal. What a day, from the inflatable bounce house incident in La Salle to exploring the top 25 restaurants in our city. We appreciate you joining us. Tune in tomorrow for another episode of The Wrap.